Welcome to Charles GBT YouTube channel, where coding dreams come true, or at least that's the plan. Uh, Join me as I work on real life projects. We'll dive into C++, Arduino projects for now, and then some projects on other programming languages along the way. Get ready to code, create, and maybe even crash your projects a few times, just like I do. Uh, so if you are short on time or just want to see the end result, feel free to forward the video to the end part of the video to see the simulation in action. So let's get started. Make sure you do the connections exactly. So the 5V and the GND will be connected to the 5V will be connected to the addition to the plus sign, and GND same thing. Whether you're using your system, your computer system, or just real life projects connections with real wires, just make sure you get the connections. These are resistors, and you can find them here in the components. So anyone you can't find, you search it up. The name of that is resistors. So anyone you can't find, you just simply search and you get the thing. So once you are done, and again, before I forget, make sure you have your Tinkercad projects, your Tinkercad downloaded in your system. This Tinkercad, it must be exactly this. And we are working with circuits, not 3D or designs, circuits. So, or if you are buying the Arduino and things like that, make sure you make the same connections to make your code run properly. So this, we are working with button and potentiometer. I think, yeah, potentiometer. So I got the pronunciation this time around. So these RGB lights and same, just normal functionality. One of my projects that I'm going to be putting you guys through. Oh, no one does it better. So let's go straight to my code. My code. So I'll move this a little bit so I can zoom out so you can also still see the connections. Make sure you give exactly the same connection. Take a picture and give the connections properly. So if I should zoom this in, let's see the code well. I think this is fine. Everyone will be able to see this. So I always like writing comments on my code. Comments, for those that don't know, are things that we use to, tell other programmers what we did in case it's kind of confusing or something like that. So these are comments. Every red things, double slash. You can use just double slash for this as well. So use double slash I'm using for this. Then you can use, I don't know, I'm going to explain it. The up and down for multi comment. Don't worry, you'll see it in some of my videos. So if we should go, so these the connections and declare the variables for this. So this is the red, green, blue. You can see the connections. The red is connected to yellow. So if I tap on it, you can see it's connected to 9. If I tap on the green, it's connected to 10. And if I tap on the blue, sorry, I mean blue is connected to 11. So let me just open my code again. So the button is connected to 2. I don't know, I'm going to show you the button. The button is the one with this purple lights, right? Purple connection. You can change it to any color of your choice, actually. It doesn't matter about the color. Just wanted to make it more specific and don't mix much colors. So if you click on this, the button is connected to 2, so you have to declare the connections perfectly. If you are connected to 3 and you say 2, it won't work. So make sure you get the connections perfectly. So the rotational pin is connected to the analog 0 for this under the Arduino R3 system. So it's connected to this. Yeah, so that's it. So we declared other variables to store the brightness value for each colors. This time what we're planning to do is color mixer. So as we rotate this, don't worry, you'll see the functionality. Let me not spoil the phone for you guys. So when the red brightness, we set everything as 0 initially, the data, the color, and the data for the potentiometer data value, the color stored as 2 in order to make red. So we are going to be starting from green. We are not starting from red, so we'll start from green. I like adding extra functionality, so I won't. Yeah, I've seen this somewhere, or I've done this, so just want to make it perfect and make more projects. Don't worry, my projects will drive you guys crazy. I have lots at hand. So function. So you declare the function to set the brightness of a specific LED. So this one is just like a function, so we can call it anytime we need. And it has three declarations, three parameters: red, green, blue. Just understand the C++, then you understand exactly what this is doing. So it's an analog right, because the potentiometer is connected to the analog, as you can see the orange wires, and there's an analog right for the thing. So we display the current brightness value on the serial monitor. So if you see this, some of you will be looking for the setup. I kept it right here. It doesn't matter, I can keep it anywhere you want. So the RGB are outputs, and the button is an input because it's not giving anything, it's inputting something. So anytime you see this serial dot begin 9600, it means that you are going to be working with the serial monitor. Understand? So it means that we're going to be working with a serial monitor. So initially all colors are off, and it looks just a normal code. So after creating all the functions, we created the function for the log brightness for this. So if the button is low and this, it just colors move to green, move to blue, move to red, and it goes back. So see, it's else if color, it moves to green, it moves to 2. So this if the buttons are pressed. So for adjusting the brightness and things like that, I'll be posting the code in the comment section, and you can read my comments on each code to understand it better. So this is a function to set brightness of a specific LED. This is to display the current brightness value on the serial monitor. So it will be displaying the brightness value on the serial monitor. You will see it when I run this simulation. So to avoid the brightness of the current color, so to adjust the brightness of the current color, so you can adjust the brightness using this. So let me just briefly explain what we're trying to do, what we're trying to get here. So this is our first color our first color mixer. Our first color mixer, I have like another mixer project again I can show you guys, but let's just work with this. So this is our first color mixer. You can see the code. I'll be posting it in the comment section. So if what we are trying to do is so once we start the simulation, it will be initially set to green, because it's initially set to green. We set it as color 2. So RGB green is the second one. So we set it will start with green first, then start going. So we can use the potentiometer to increase and decrease the brightness of the color. So if you press the button again, it goes green, then goes blue, then goes red. Green, blue, red. So it's just to mix the color. So if my color is here like in green and I add blue, it mixes the green and blue. So green and blue give us, I think, purple or something. Then green and red will be yellow. Oh, I just forgot now this color. So but we'll mix it so you guys will understand it. Firstly, let me just run the simulation so you can see. So if I'll open this monitor, this serial monitor, and let's run the simulation. If I run this, so you see it's initially 0, red, 0, green, 0, blue, 0, red, 0, green, 0, 0, blue, 0. So if I should click on this, I think, let me see something. Okay, it's initially red without clicking the button. Okay, good. So it's red, so you can see that it's increases the brightness. I don't know if you're seeing this well. So okay, let me just show you the difference. Once it's here, it's kind of dim, but you can see the red. But if I go around here, you see it's brighter than the other one. So the potentiometer is used to increase the brightness of the red. So let me just set it back to green, back to 0. Sorry, I meant to say. Oh, why is this clicking up? Let me set it back to 0. Yeah, it's good. Then it's now 0. Then if I click on the button, it goes to green. So let's show green. Oh, sorry, it didn't click. Sometimes the button is wild. So if I click on the button, I'm sure it clicked this time around. So it goes to green. Green. What's wrong? Let me click the button again. Yeah, it goes to green. So sometimes the buttons are having issues most of the time. So if you see, I clicked on the button, it goes to green, but why it's showing yellow is that it's mixed with the red and the green mixed up with the same value. So if you can increase this as well, like this. Yeah, it's mixed with the red, but you see the green is higher. The value of the green 219 is higher, so it just gives a little bit of green, like more green than the red. So you can see it's somehow green or something. You can see it's more green than the red. So you can adjust the green. You can adjust the green. If you make the green lower, you see that the red somehow prevails over the green. Yeah, you see the green is 5. You can't see the green that much because the red is still going on. That's why I wanted to initially off the red so you guys can see the full color of the green. So let me just clear the green. Let me off the green. Let me see if I can off the green. Yeah, the green is off now, so it's just showing red. So if I should click the button again, it goes to blue. Yeah, you see it's blue. So it's mixed red and blue. It gives purple. It makes the red and blue value, it gives purple. So you can see, you can go back, increase it. So if you increase the blue more, the blue starts to prevail and makes the purple more like blue, mixing more of blue. So you can use it to mix colors. I'll be posting the code in the comment section, as I said earlier. So you can get more of red if you reduce the blue. So I will just click the button again to go back to red. Let me click the button. What's wrong with this button? Go back to red. Okay, yeah, it worked now. So it's now back to red. Oh, and blue. I forgot to off the blue. So it's just how it's done. You can see because the blue is still on. It was not set to 0 when I offed the button. It's still working, so it's still mixing with the red. That's why we don't get a full red. But it's how you get. You can just get a single color off the other one, set it to 0 then on the other one, so it can get the other color. So this is just our first color mixer that I'm giving you guys. So it's just an easy thing. You can work on it yourself, use it as a project idea. Maybe after doing the connections, you can do it and get some things like that. So, and that's a wrap. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more project-based coding tutorials. And remember, coding is all about having fun and sometimes pulling your hair out. Keep on coding, and remember, practice makes perfect. And for those of you that don't like stress like I do, just click on my CG logo at the bottom right corner of this video to subscribe. Yeah, so okay, finally I'm going to give you all a glance into our final project idea, which I'm super excited about. I've spent a ton of time perfecting the code and simulation, and I'm proud of how it's turned out. But here's the thing, I don't want to just share the code and tutorial with random viewers. I want to make sure that only our loyal subscribers get to see the full functionality and explanation of this project. So if you want to learn and see how we brought this project to life, please hit that subscribe button. Subscribers will get exclusive access to the final project tutorial, and I wouldn't want you to miss out on that. Thanks once again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.